I'm just playing. You know what, y'all? I was just sitting here and I was thinking that we don't really appreciate ourselves enough. We don't pat ourselves on our backs enough. We don't say, good job. We don't say, we got this enough. Or maybe it's me that don't celebrate me enough. I was just right here in the middle of work and I just, had like a little flashback. I thought about to when I was younger, when I was about 110 pounds, and people used to tease me a lot, like, oh my gosh, look at her. She's so freaking skinny. I was probably about 15 or 16, and I didn't have any boobs at all. Like, I was really flat chested. I couldn't even fit a training bra because there was literally nothing there. And I think about how people used to tease me, and they used to say I guess the harshest thing someone had said to me up to that point was, "Did cardboard come with your shirt?" Now I can think about that and I can laugh, but when I was younger and that boy said that to me, it just hurt my feelings so bad. Like I cried for days, and I'm like, well, where's my boob? It's like I didn't have any boobs, I didn't have any butt, I didn't have any hips, nothing. Like if I didn't have a ponytail in my hair, I would just look like a boy because there was nothing there. And it seems like I woke up and overnight I had big boobs. And then when I had big boobs, um, people started teasing me then, like, oh my gosh, like, well, her boobs are so big. And then I used to have people like some of my cousins, they used to run around spreading rumors talking about I used to put butter on my boobs to make them grow. Ladies, that is the stupidest thing that I've ever heard. Really? Putting butter on your boobs to make them grow? Come on now. The things that kids say. And I had like all of these rumors that were just spreaded about me that just were crazy. And then when I got older and I started putting on a little weight, I didn't really have any butt, but I always had like boobs and I always had nice hips. And my hips fit my frame. When I say nice hips, they weren't overly big, or it was just perfect for my body, for my body type. It was perfect for me. And, people used to tease me, like, oh, her boobs are so big, or how your boobs get so big. Did you have, I mean, there's a lot of things that they used to say. And then I started gaining weight. And then all of a sudden, it went from, me being too skinny and me having big boobs that were just too big to me just being fat. And well, why did she get so fat? And how did she get fat? Well, did you know that she wasn't always fat, that she used to be skinny? Like, there's a lot of things that, were said. And a lot of it was really hurtful. And on the internet, I guess but it didn't hurt me. I guess the one thing that someone said that just kind of, I mean, in my mind, it made me laugh, but they was just like, you look like a gorilla, or how did you get like, are your teeth real? Like, how did they get like, it's just stupid things that people say. And now I'm sitting here and I'm like, that didn't bother me because I've never been like, I have had moments of insecurities, I'm not gonna lie, but I've never been an insecure person. Like when I was, well, not as a heavier person, but when I was skinny, I was really insecure because I got teased a lot. Like everywhere I went, I just got teased, and it was just a little overwhelming. And then I remember one time I wanted an S curl, so or I wanted a carefree curl because back then they were popping. And so I had like this. I mean, my hair wasn't long, but it wasn't short. It was kind of in between. So I went to my cousin and I'm like, well, I went to my mom. I'm like, Mom, I want a curl. And then she was like, okay, well, ask your cousin Lois if she'll do it. So I asked my cousin. My cousin was like, yeah. So because I had perm in my hair, my cousin put the curl in there, but it didn't transition the way I wanted it to. So only my roots were curly and everything else was just this stringy mess. It just looked bad. So my cousin, without even asking me, took the liberty of cutting my hair. I had probably about this much hair. Like my hair, Like I don't even have enough root. Well, my hair was probably from here to here. She cut all my hair off, and it was curly, but she cut all my hair off, and I cried for a long time. I mean, I cried. I didn't even want to go back to school because she had did that over summer break. And when I went back to school, I went into like eighth grade. And the first day of school, like people, they taunted me, like they laughed at me. They talked a lot of crap about me. And then it went back. So, oh, yeah, she looked like, I don't know if she's a boy. I don't know if she's a girl. Like, man, it was just, that was really rough, right? That was really, really rough. And I didn't say anything to the kids. I didn't defend myself or whatever. I just felt bad. I had like one friend. I had one friend, and his name was Dewan, right? Or not? No, what was Dewan's last name? I don't even think I can. Was it Dewan, right? No, Dewan. I don't remember. I don't remember his last name, but we were in eighth grade and he was like my only friend. He was like the only person. Well, this girl named Stacy, not Stacy wasn't my friend, Dewan. He was like my only friend. He was like the only person that talked to me. He was like the only person that made junior high school like bearable. Like he just was encouraging to me. We used to laugh. We liked the same music. We had a good time. I mean, he was just a really cool dude to me, and I appreciate that. I don't know where he at these days, but you know, if he ever come across this video, Dewan, what's up? I remember Daz Effects was our stuff back way then, way back when, or whatever. But you know, he was just a cool dude, and he ended up having a baby with my cousin, um, or whatever. But I don't even know if they still talk. I never even really asked her. But anyway, that's a whole nother story. So, you know, it was a hard year for me, and so I didn't have any hair at the beginning of the year. And then towards the end of the year, my hair like started growing back, and it was just this afro or whatever. And people were teasing me about the afro. So, you know, my mom she got tired of me crying about it or whatever, crying about my hair. So one day she just like washed my hair really good, gave it a good conditioning, and then she blow dried my hair and she curled it. So my hair it dropped down so like my back. And then I went to school the next day. And when people saw my hair or whatever, they started teasing me even more. It was like, oh my God, look at her hair, look at her weave. Like her weave don't even look right. I'm like, man, this is not a weave. So I got into a fight, y'all. That same day, I got into a fight. One, because I couldn't take it no more. And two, because the girl pushed up on me like, you know, she had a problem with me, but I don't know why she had a problem with me. I was just the easy target for her because one, I was skinny as crap. Two, I ain't had no butts, no boobs. And three, I was easy to tease when my hair was super short or whatever. But then when my hair grew back or whatever, and people started wanting to come and touch my hair, and they was asking me, "Well, is this your hair? Is that your hair?" And they just start touching and playing in my hair. And after after they got done playing in my hair, or whatever, because it was like, man, is it real? That's not real. That's a weave, and that's a bad weave. And I'm like, you know what, y'all? I'm not wearing a weave. This is my hair. Well, this is your hair. Prove it. You know what? If you want to touch my hair and feel my scalp, come do it. So they started playing in my hair, touching my scalp, and then their faces went from there. So that was a bad weave. So my God, you got a really nice hair. Like I love your hair. This is all your hair. And so then they started being nice to me. I'm like, what? Like all of a sudden they started being like real nice to me, especially the boys. The boys started being extra nice to me. And then so one of the girls she couldn't handle it. And so she was like, man, that ain't her hair. That's a weave. I bet you that's a weave. I bet you if I come pull it, it's gonna come out. I'm like, you know what? Don't come over here. Don't touch me at all. Don't touch me at all. So she took a fistful of my hair and she started pulling my hair or whatever. And as she started pulling my hair, I took my fist and I punched her in her face. And we was fighting in the gym. And I beat the crap out of her. Like, look, leave me alone. I'm not bothering you. Don't bother me. You can say whatever you want to say. But if I don't give you permission to touch me, then don't touch me. That's my rule even to this day. So we was fighting. I beat her up or whatever. And then after that, everybody started being all extra nice to me. And people who never liked me all of a sudden wanted to be friends with me or whatever and started inviting me places. And I'm like, really? Like, man, get up out of here with that. So I don't know. As I got older, then uh, people they stopped as I got older and then my body started filling out more. Then now it wasn't my hair that was a target. It wasn't my breast that was a target because everybody started liking my body and all kind of and then it's just like I started getting a lot of attention from a lot of different guys or whatever. And so the girls started hating on me because I was getting a lot of attention from the guys or whatever. And yeah, I had to get that look like, girl, really, you just want to have a problem with me just because you want to have a problem with me. So then my gap teeth became a target. And so I got teased by this gap, and this gap has gotten wider over the years. I mean, then it wasn't so bad, but now I'm getting more gaps in between my teeth or whatever. And I believe the problem is that I suck my tongue my whole life, and that's not something that I've learned how to control even to this day. So it kind of just pushed my teeth out and made them spread, and I don't care. But then it was my gap teeth. Oh, she got, oh, Angie. It used to be Angie with the big boobs. Then it became, oh, Angie with the wide gap. And it took me a long time. And then when I started accepting those boobs, and then I started accepting a gap, then I started getting, I had this mole right here, and then I had this mole right here. Those were there my whole life. But then I started getting all of this, all of this, and all of this. But this was really bad. This is actually clearing up. This has started clearing up since I've started drinking more water, but this was really bad, man. Yeah, I need to do one else again. But this was really, really bad. And then so no one ever teased me about, these things in my face or the moles in my face, but they teased me about the gap. And for a long time, I hated my gap. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I hated my gap. And I didn't hate my gap because I thought it looked bad. I hated my gap because of the way that people teased me about my gap, the stuff that they talked about my gap. But at the same time, like, most of the people that were like guys really never teased me about. Well, I had a couple of guys that teased me about my gap, but most of the guys that were teasing me about my gap were trying to talk to me and I wouldn't talk to them. So that was their ammunition. They thought they could hurt me or hurt my feelings by talking about my gap. But I mean, this never stopped me from getting a date. My boobs never stopped me from getting a date. My weight never got stopped me from getting a date. My hair never stopped me from getting a date. So I never really felt insecure about myself, although I did have insecure moments. I guess I'm saying all of this to say that no matter what you look like, no matter what your body type is, no matter what you see is imperfection, just know that you have been made perfectly. You have been made perfectly by the Most High, and He designed everything. Everything on my face, He designed. My teeth, He designed. My hair, He designed. My big boobs, He designed. I mean, He didn't design the weight because I put the weight on because I was eating and I was eating the wrong things. Even if I didn't have a big portion of something, I still ate the wrong things too many times. And it wasn't like I eat it here and there. It was like I was eating this day after day after day, week after week, month after month, year after year. And then it just piled onto my body. But now I'm in a position where I'm good right here. So I'm doing what I need to do to get this weight off of me. And I understand that it's not going to happen overnight because I didn't put it on overnight, but every day I'm doing something to make some progress towards that. And I feel good with that because slowly but surely it's coming off or whatever. And when I take pictures now and people be like, oh, you slimming down. I'm like, oh, thank you for noticing. Thank you for noticing. So I don't know. You got to be you have to be comfortable with yourself no matter what the world says about you because good or bad the world is going to talk and you're going to have people that's going to call you ugly, they might call you fat, they might call you skinny, they might talk about your big boobs, your small boobs, your big hips, your little hips, your big butt, your flat butt. They going to talk, so let them talk. But you got to think about the person that's talking, because what they're pointing out your flaws, they're trying to avoid and not accept their own. So don't take what they say to heart. Just be you. You're perfect the way you are. You were made perfectly in His image. And don't you ever forget that. Be strong, y'all. Be strong and be encouraged, because guess what? You're unique and you're beautiful in your own special way. And whether I know, if I know you or if I've never met you personally, I want you to know I love you and I see you for who you are and I accept you for you. So it's about time for you to accept you for you too. I'm out.